Welcome to TheMan Games. In this video today we are looking at how to create the Usos, but their original Usos gimmick, back when they were more colourful and energetic, not the heels that they are these days. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to create their attire and how to change their entrance, all on WWE 2K23. If you are a new watcher to TheMan Games and you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel. Make sure to click that like button and drop us a comment below and let us know which Usos do you prefer, the old school or the bloodline Usos. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the attires of the Usos. So as you can see here, we're starting off with Jey Uso. So unfortunately the only thing that you cannot do is put the face paint on the Usos, which is a bit annoying because that is one of the main parts of them being, you know, baby faces. If we click on the entrance attire here, obviously you can see that the face paint is greyed out. You can't click on it, which is, you know, it is a shame. But you have to work with what you can work with, unfortunately. So we're going to go to clothing. We are going to go to upper body, so to tops. So the Uso toppy is already on the game there, as you can see. That one there. And we haven't changed anything about it, it's just as it is on in the game. And then if we go down to elbow pad right, is just this one here, and that is exactly as it is on the game as well. We don't need to change anything about that. And then if we go down to lower arm left, which is this one here, and we have just changed the colour of that to being white, like so. And then you can just copy that over like so by doing that. And then if we go down to neck accessories, it is that one there, the one underneath the bow tie. And we've just changed the colour to being orange like so. So if you look at the colour picker, that will give you the correct shade of orange. And then if we go down to the lower body, so to tights, so it's this one here, that one there, and we've just changed the colour of the tights to the same shade of orange as we used for the neck accessory. And then if we go down to bottoms, I've chosen those ones there, but there is a few different Uso bottoms that you could choose. So there is the yellow one here, that one there, or there is the orange one, that one there, or there is this one here, which is based on the face paint, that one there. But I preferred these ones here, so that is why I chose those ones. And obviously you can always change the colours to being whichever ones you want. You might want it to be, you know, white and green or red and green, but I thought the ones that were already on the game looked pretty cool, so I thought I'd just leave it at that one. But yeah, there is lots of options how to make the old school Usos. And then if we just go down to boots and shoes, which are these ones here, and colour number 1 wants to be white, colour number 2 wants to be the same shade of orange as we used throughout the video, and the second colour wants to be white as well. And there is your Jey Uso with a classic attire there. And then if you want to, you might not want to, because sometimes they did wrestle with a t-shirt on, but if you want to remove it, just go to clothing on the in-ring attire, go to upper body, and then you just press square, and then that would remove it, like so. But obviously that is completely up to you, whether you'd like to do that or not. And also, you're going to need to go to hair dye, and obviously you want to dye the back of Jey's hair to get rid of all the red. So by doing so, you just go click on dye, click on square, go to black, like so, then zoom out by pressing L2, and then you want to take the cursor over, hold the arrow down to make the circle bigger, and then press X and just dye the red parts of his hair so it's all black, like so. And then once you've changed the hair of Jey Uso, all you need to do is go down to personal information, and then we want to change this, so it will be on yes, we're going to change it to no, so use as alternate attire there. And then the name, we have changed it to Jey Uso Old School, so now we can create them as a separate team. so we can change the entrance and it won't affect the entrance that is already on the game. That is the main part of doing this. So now click accept, and crowd reaction is already on boo. You're probably going to want to change that to cheer because there were baby faces back then. And then make sure to save it now. And now we're going to go into Jimmy Uso next. Before we go into the creation of Jimmy Uso though, if you would like me to upload these onto the community creations, if we get 5 yes pleases, I will upload it onto the community creations so you don't need to create these attires yourself. But now into the Jimmy Uso. So once again, we're going to go across the entrance attire, but for this, we just go down to import attire. And then we go to custom attire, clothing parts. So then you can just go to your Jey Uso there. And then if you click on it, you will import the full attire of the Jey Uso, which we have just done. But obviously you can see it's slightly different. So then what you want to do is, you want to go to clothing, upper body. So you want to go down to the elbow pad right. And then all you're going to do is just change that colour to blue, like so. So if you look at the colour picker, that will give you the correct shade. And then we're going to go down to the neck accessory. And we're going to change that to the colour blue as well. The same shade of blue that we used before. And then down to the lower body, wrestling tights, same again. We're just going to change that to the same shade of blue, like so. And then finally, we're going to go down to boots and shoes. And colour number 2, we just want to change that to blue as well. And then obviously we're going to go to hair. So if we just click reset, that is the hair that Jimmy Uso already has on the game. So he's a lot more red than Jey Uso did. So same again, hold the cursor down, zoom out by pressing L2, and then press X to dye all his hair so it's all black like it was back in the day when there were baby faces. So make sure to get rid of all the red parts in his hair, like so. And then for the Jimmy Uso, same again, we want to go to personal information, change that to no, and for the name information, Jimmy Uso, and then in brackets you need to write in old school with no space between old school, because otherwise there's not enough characters to change the name. So it needs to be old school with no space in the middle to do so. Unless you don't have the brackets, then you can do that, but I preferred it with the brackets on. Now click accept, and same again, you want to change the crowd reaction to cheer. Click accept again, so make sure to save this now. Right then, so now to make them as a team, so we need to go to a roster, we need to go to edit teams, so we're going to click on R3 to create a team. So for the team name, obviously you want the Usos. Team name announcement, we've got the Usos. So then you want to find your new attires of the Usos, so obviously make sure these are the ones that we have just created as an alternate attire. So old school Jimmy Uso and old school Jey Uso. Crowd reaction, once again we want that to be cheer, and we obviously want them to come down to the ring together. And then for their tag team entrance settings, so motion, obviously we go to the Usos 14. That is their old entrance motion there, as you can see, so that is really, really good. Obviously their music isn't on the game, but I chose the Vibe 2, just because I thought that was a little bit similar. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's a little bit similar, and obviously it's not their current theme, obviously. Titantron movie, I just left that as the arena movie, because obviously on the arena movies it has all the other people's names, so we don't want that. Banner movie, I just chose Becky Lynch because it was orange. Stage ramp, Akira Tozawa, just because it was, you know, colourful like the Usos used to be. For the apron and ring post movie, just arena movie, and for the barricade movie, use apron video. And then to cast change, you're gonna want to make sure that Jimmy Uso is 1 and Jey Uso is 2. And then for their victory motion settings, so face we have Usos 2, and then for heels we have Usos 1. So Usos 1 is more like their current one, but obviously but the heels, so it wants to be that one anyway in my opinion. For the titles, I just kept it as the Usos champions because obviously they are the Usos. And then the victory music is Vibe 2 like we used before, and then all the other ones are just arena movie. I just leave them as that because I find when you watch it on TV they don't always show these anyway, so you might as well just leave them as arena movie anyway, in my opinion, especially when you can't get it as accurate as you would like it. And same again, you want to make sure the cast change is Jimmy Uso 1 and Jey Uso is 2. So now we're going to look at a full entrance of them making their way to the ring next. And there you see them making their way to the ring. I think they look really, really cool. I hope you guys do too. Obviously, it is unfortunate that we cannot have the face paint on them, but you know, other than that, I do think it is a very, very accurate attire. So yeah, I do hope you have enjoyed this video today and you do like these creations. If you do so, please make sure to let me know in the comments. Like I said before, if we can get 5 yes pleases, I will upload these onto the community creation, so then you don't even need to create them yourselves. Also, if you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel, and if you have subscribed, make sure you've got your notifications turned on, then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. And if you did enjoy today's video today, by clicking that like button, that would be doing us a great help. And you can also find us on social media at TheMan Games on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at TheMan Games, and we are also on TikTok as well. And in the description below there will be a link to subscribe to our newsletter. By doing so, you'll get a weekly email letting you know what goes up on the channel. So thank you very much for watching and supporting TheMan Games today, and we will see you on the next video.